nyaya yandinokabva nhasi inyaya yekuti tose tinowanzoda kuziva nezvayo handitka. And I just want to say this is just my research, and this is not me thinking these things or saying these things kuti GGG. This is purely based on research handiti. So please, mu comment section, I just need you to help me with more info. Kwete zvavanhu vanoda kuzoti he apa wazonyeva GGG because isu ukatuti he GGG takutoti we ndiwe nyuzu yacho. Saka naizvozvo happy birthday Beyonce. Yeah, handitka. Anyway guys, you're seeing me on your screen. FYP, DM, following, YT, AMG, YMCMB, because today is story time, and today is Juzu and Siren story time. Ndokumbiro guys. Before ndakumbira, I just want to give a huge mwah, and thank you to everyone who's subscribing and supporting my YouTube. Tukukura zvikutomeka sense 2,911 subscribers. If you can, please watch this video from my YouTube. In case you're wondering, Naitani, you're going to YouTube Depi. Tanata Marimira, please go and subscribe to this channel. And if you can, watch this video from my YouTube. And if you can, Ndoto kumbro kuti uvo watongo wona nima adverts urikoko ku YouTube. And your support means the most. Please support an African girls. Exactly, dream. With that being said, guys, let's get started. It's Juzu and Siren story time. Oh, first things first, the two ladies who asked me to do the differences between sirens and mermaids. And then the dog tender mimi, it's at the differences. Because I know some people are not. So that's why I had to ask first. And did it. Anyway, I did a little deep dive on sirens and mermaids. And that's why we are now here. Now guys, sirens, they are from the Greek mythology. Greek as in Greece. Ana Greece mythology anti dominosia kuna na Medusa ndoke kune like ana those things daga influence like ana Wonder Woman, ana Aquaman. Those are the mythologies teku Greece izozo. So Nyema sirens was first talked about in the Greek mythology. But according to the Greeks, payakatangisisa, a siren was not supposed to look like what we see it as now. Originally, the Greek mythology inotaura yokuti sirens were half human, half they are. Sorry. And sirens, the original depiction of sirens was half human, half bird. You know, which makes sense because birds can sing. You know, birds can sing. They'll be tweeting, that type of thing. So that's what sirens were supposed to be like initially, and it. But with time, because Caribbean, African, European, except Greece, of course, and the Americas mythologies, did you know we have half human, half fish, and because the things they were talking about the siren were almost like what they were talking about the mermaids, murubabata akataurwa in the Caribbean like lost in translation or whatever. Then, you know, eventually sirens started looking more like this, while mermaids look like this. So you see, they're almost the same, but they are different. See how ugly the siren is. See how cute the mermaid is, right? Anyway, originally this is what the siren was supposed to look like. And it. Now let's get into talking about sirens and mermaids as we know them now. Now the present form, or rather the present depiction yema sirens is half human, half fish. Now, there often has been misconception about mermaids and sirens because people cannot really differentiate them because of the similarities. But now what you're going to do is to break them down so that you understand. And I just want to give you a little full disclosure. In Africa, we do not have sirens, apparently, according to mythologists. There are no sirens, so we are safe, I guess. Anyway, let's get started. Caribbean, African, and European mythology says Njuzu, mermaid, mami water, and it is a beautiful woman and a mesmerizing beauty with long luscious hair and a skinny kanaka. They know vaitachi chitel chefish, right? Sometimes she is coupled with a snake, right? I will give you the depiction here. Mami water from West Africa, specifically Nigeria. This is mami water. Takaita already topic on Mummy Water. If you haven't watched it, please look for it. Iri popama videos bango ya ningirikini ya Mummy Water, the legend of Mummy Water. So this is Mummy Water. Right? Now, in Zim, we have been said to have dzinenge dzitone muswe. It's not always kuti dzese dzinenge dzine muswe wechi, muswe we fish. In Zim now, it's been described kuti some of them have muswe we nyoka. Okay? So this kuzimbabwe tino dziti tsungunu. I know it's a word like that, ndakangano. But this, something like this is the depiction ya tinayo. So, this is what we have when it comes to mermaids, like the physical appearance. They always have beautiful skin, the long hair, wara, right? And sometimes they can have the tail of a snake. That's the depiction. On the other hand, now, sirens are more on the ugly side. I'm talking about the later depiction. Yes, she did that. On the ugly side, they do look like mermaids in the sense that you have human, half fish. But now the thing about them is they are more on the ugly or rather alien side because they have appendages. Like if you look at their hands, so look at the eyes and they have spiked teeth. So that's what makes them distinct, and they are also pale. Like the complexion is just pale. That's what they look like. So this is the depiction here, the sirens. So you see the siren here, right? That's the depiction we have. And this is the depiction we have of the mermaid. Now, I just want to leave a little picture here so that you can just check out the parts of the siren, since it is a bit different from what we are used to. This is what the siren is like. Those are the body parts from appendage. Pictures where others in the D. So those are the pictures. Okay. So now physical differences pema sirens nema mermaids. Now we are just going to talk about how they operate. They are totally different, like the way they operate. Mermaids, they stay in freshwater sources. I'm talking lakes, rivers, oceans, waterfalls, right? No manogara, nema sacred pools. That's where mermaids stay. And it. On the other hand, sirens anowanikwa like kuma deathly coasts. I'm talking about kune vanogara vari paTikTok munoziva chisango chonzi na 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 na. You know that sound. And munoona like those coastal areas kunenge kuchingoitika chaos, like those ships just shipping kunenge nema pirates. I need you guys to look for that sound if you don't know it. Munyatsonzwisa what I'm talking about. That's where sirens are found. So sirens are found kunokwanisa kuitika ma shipwrecks, kune ma pirates. That's where they are found, because iwo anowanikwa pama rocky islands mostly. So I know we have seen my pictures like we've spotted a mermaid inenge akagara like pama rocks ichitooneka kuti ocean but it like pama rocks. Those are actually sirens. They are not mermaids, according to the research that I'm doing, of course. So what does this mean? This means, I want to say this. Let me say this the best way that I can. These ones are found in freshwater sources. Now when they appear to you, they will appear to you using dreams. They will appear to you through mvura being a portal, of course, and they will appear to you physically in the sense of isitonomotaranye champupuri kuti panogonongoitika champupuri, and then obva say yobva yatongo appear or inokutora, something like that. And on the other hand, now when it comes to sirens, the way they operate is they sing. Guys, sirens, they have the most beautiful voices of all time. And this is already a beautiful voice, but they use their voices to take people. So their voices are very seductive. They have seductive voices. My voices are no. Let me see if I can still find the video yanduda utraga. But there is a guy akambonzwa something chakambonzwa mumvura, and I think pane something chakakandwa, but it ended up being a case that that guy is missing or something, and people like it was probably a siren because like engeri ship yebasa yavaito shandisa vachita say. Hopefully I can find that video, and if I find it ningeti pamusoro pande nchitaura izvozvo, but if I don't find it muchangona isingabatike. But some of you may know that video. You do not need to see a siren to be captured by it. its voice is enough, and Enoch could capture from a distance. It will be very, very far, and the voice will be just wow. And this just makes me feel like, you know what? Book of Enoch said something about those ladies of the war, and I'm also thinking, listen, Lucifer was like the best vocalist of all time. Like, not even R. Kelly can touch Lucifer. And I'm thinking sirens are from the war, and they made babies with humans and Nephilims, and all those things that happened in the book of Enoch. So I'm thinking, yeah, there's definitely a link, a connection. I'm sorry, but this is just my thought and my research. That's what they are telling me, and I cannot ignore that because it kind of makes sense, because the way they lower Yuzhigdaro. In case some of you have never come across those videos, panopa TikTok, if you just search like siren caught on camera, munoona zvinhu zvakawanda. And if some of you want deeper like understanding about these things, it might not be as deep like the way I'm saying deeper zvekudaro, but you can watch this series on the Siren. I know it's on Disney. I watch it on Disney. It used to be on Showmax. I don't know if it's still there because I'm not Showmax, but try to watch Siren. Maybe you may understand some of the things. And National Geographic, unfortunately, on 31 December, right? On Anema DSTV. Papa ne documentary rakamboitwa. If some of you remember, pakambotora like creatures of the sea, and there was a time evarume vakaenda like down at the bottom of the ocean, not like bottom, but as the bottomest as they can get to. Pane chinhu chakabata like window remuchi submarine chavanga vari, and changa chine zvimaoko izvo zvinenge zvemasiren. If some of you remember the documentary, I remember it. I was very traumatized pandakaona documentary roro. But yeah, that's the thing about ma sirens, and that's the thing about mermaids. Let's keep going. Carry on. Mermaids are described as sacred guardians, and the result you get from them depends on how you treat them. Ndofunga makana pandakaita the previous video yema waterfalls and GT, those creatures need respect zvekutodaro. So if you respect them, good things happen. If you don't, bad things happen. Their purpose is to take you and teach you, to heal you, to mentor you and wara. But sometimes you come back changed. Unodzoka wakugona kurapa, unogona kudzoka waane mari, but sometimes you can also come back disturbed. But the sole purpose yema sirens is to just kill. Anotarewa achinzi like ma warning monsters, basically. That's how they are described. Another interesting fact is sirens are not in the African waters. Those spirits are not in our African waters. They are in Europe, specifically in Greece and other areas, but in Africa, in to Africa. So it's a misconception and it's mislabeling kudaidza njuzu kuti siren. That's mislabeling them. And itka njuzu mami water is mami water. Now let's talk about mami water / njuzu. Now when it comes to mermaids, if you're good to them, things happen, you can be healed, you come back spiritually gifted and whatnot. On the other hand, they represent like eternal beauty. Ndofunga pese pamunongonza nyaya dzenjuzu panongotaura like nyaya eternal beauty, and panotaura like nyaya fertility. People actually ask them for fertility, people ask them for beauty, people ask them for money, spiritual strength and stuff like that. The reason I was also doing a little deep dive as well. I was wondering why it's mostly associated with women. The reason is water is life. Water is life. And the thing about a woman is she can host a baby for 9 months, and that child is where? In the amniotic sac that has water. So there's like a balance between water and women to do with fertility, to do with life. We give life, water gives life, that type of thing. So that's why they are heavily connected to women. There are men who are mermaids. Mermen. These are the mermen. Kuna aquamen, futanti kunomzi aquamen. So these are mermen and there is aquamen. Right? Let's not forget, water is a portal. Mermaids love mirrors, they love combs. Mirrors and combs basa ravo nderekuti tinoda kugara tuchiluka naisika twasikana. So this is a mirror, and they always like to look good. So if you see a mirror or a comb kumvura, please leave it, because that could be a way of tidinokutora. Or ukatora ukaenda nazvo, they can come for you and kill you or take you forever and ever. So be careful of taking macombs, mirrors, tuntu akangonaka tumaperfume tomunenge maona kumvura, because some of them are traps. Kana jewelry chichi musabate even jewelry yevanhu. Guys, I know you can be tempted to necklace yako yakanaka, ring yako yakanaka, watch yako yakanaka. Please do not touch zvinhu zvevanhu, because you do not know chinhu chinovaendesa ku the other dimension. Ndichitaura nyaya dimension, I do not want to forget tichitaura idzo nyaya idzodzi dzekupinda mvura idzi. I need you to watch a movie on Netflix if you can, inonzi Neka, the pretty serpent. I think, let me put the picture yacho up. You may learn a thing or two, kuti people really do go to different dimensions, and mermaids call you Jeshua. Some of you so some of these things are actually happening in another dimension. And if you want to get a deeper insight, so I need you to watch that movie, and guys, it can give you a little deeper insight of what happens. And I may rephrase it live panchaita live today. I may rephrase it so I can tell you about it, right? So this is the thing with mermaids. If you upset them, things will not go well for you. Now let's keep diving, because sirens versus mermaids. So on one hand, mermaids are linked to water, knowledge, fertility and healing, and their surroundings are calm, doma, rivers, waterfalls, chichiche, atataura. They have softer features, and they are always neat when it comes to their hair is very nice, and they are always adorned. They're wearing my necklace, my beads, they are always adorned, and their tails shine regular, and vanima softer features. They like I said before, their influence through dreams, through war, and nekutongo torwawo in general, kutongo apiawo in general. But they shape shift, guys. Mermaids shape shift. So someone can tell you takona mermaid, but yange kadai, so they shape shift. I think it's to do with they approach you in a way where you can accept it, because these are things that we do not know. We can't comprehend them if they come to us shiri. So they have to shape shift according to background here. I mean because amuna hanachi takakwana. Kana uchifarira sound maybe dzinoya dzichinyatsokuda dzotaiwa tisu, then you can tell us, Now on the other hand, I already said my sirens, they are more on the alien side. They're ugly. Look at the alien. Look at the siren. Look at it. Look at. Now, their sole purpose is to destroy. Basically, I don't want to go two ways about it. Their sole purpose is to destroy. And like we said, they are pale but masawa and natural. Sometimes they can be gold, they can be white, and they have long nails, and they have fangs, and they're just scary. And their weapon, like I said before, they are angelic voices. Their voices are very, very beautiful. Bella mocho, very beautiful. So they say, if you see her sitting on rocks, waves crashing, my waves achita papa zvekurova matombo zvezvi, iye akagara zvake achizvimbira maships achinhingirikina achirovana achita sei achinyura achita sei, that's a siren. The more they sing, the more the chaos happens. Murikubata. So dzinoramba dzichimba dzichikwidza temple, the chaos inenge ichiitika inenge ichitokwira, dzichikwidza temple dzichita sei inenge ichitoita sei, chaos inenge ichitowedzera. So they will be just chilling dzakagara hadzo pamarocks, zvinhu zvichiitika, mawaves achicrasha, kuchingoitika havoc inenge ichingoitika dzichingoimbirira. That's a siren. Now, when you see her emerging from the water, fresh water, looking so clean, looking so alive, looking soft and so soft-spoken, that's a njuzu. That's the mermaid. Guys, I think that's what I've managed to find on sirens versus mermaids. The mythology about sirens is mostly in the Greek mythology. So there's not much wekutitozoti dzeku America dzinodai, dzeku Zimbabwe dzinodai, hakuna that much info when it comes to sirens and it. But now that we are here, let's talk about njuzu and it. Guys, tiri kuti njuzu dzese hadzina kunaka. Ndofunga ndataura that point. Now I just want to stress this point out again. Njuzu dzese hadzisi dzakanaka. Dzimwe dzitone ma-intentions, dzimwe dziri right. Some can take you can come back uri healed iwe wacho. You can come back on a spiritual gift. But sometimes you can come back really disturbed, and sometimes you can come back weird, in a bad way though. So when a mermaid takes munhu akatogwa nenjoso hamuchemi, mukachema munhu anodzoka akafa. Like, that's non-negotiable, guys. Ndofunga ndakudzenye vanamai vaiva vekuchema and mwana akatokita. Njozi ikatora munhu hamucheme at all. Pandoda kutosimbisa hana, mofamba moita marituals anoda kuitwa and what not. Azvireva kuti kana maita marituals munhu anodzoka musi woyo all the time. Mumwe anodzoka next week, mumwe anodzoka after 20 years, mumwe anodzoka after 30 years, mumwe anodzoka after vanhu vanongodzoka pakasiyana siyana. I just want to say there's a lady akataura pandakataura like iyo nyaya yenjuso the previous video. Who are you? I need to go back in my comment section, but I need your help, guys. I need to locate this person again. I need to go back in the comment section. Ari kuti sister yake yakatorwa nenjuzu in 2009 if I'm not mistaken, and anoti vakafamba kuchipingere. Ndakanga noti akati kupi akataura, I don't remember. Anyway, akati sister yake anenge asangana comment here, please tag me in my comment section. Akati sister yake akatorwa nenjuzu 2009 vakaita zvese zvinoda kuitwa, vakaudzwa kuti mwana anakufa, ane vakamutora and achazodzoka kana apedza zvaari kuita ikoko. Imagine since 2009 till now asati adzoka. So amutombofanira kuchema, guys. Anozodzoka. Ndofunga makanzwa tetero wai vakazodzoka after 40 something years, you know. So kudzoka kunongosiyana, vamwe vanodzoka after 3 months, 6 months and what not, but munhu anodzoka as long as you don't cry. Anditi munhu kutorwa kwaanoitwa kuratidzwa another portal, kudzidziswa how to heal, kudzidziswa whatever zvinhu zvaanenge achida kumudzidzisa or kuendesa message anenge achida kuti aendese and what not. Anditka, but I just want to stress this out again and again and again. Hadzisi njusu dzese dzinonzi dzakaita sei dzine magood intentions ekuti unodzoka uchihila uchita sei, dzimwe hadzitorina ukwana. And then kwoita iyi andanditora yenyoka iyi, anditi ine nyoka kusasi tsunungu ndokana ndichikangana whatever the word is. Some people say kazhinji ndeyechirume and ine hasha, so you need to be careful. Kuna ne anoshiti ndo yavainayo because hanzi iyoyo like haina patience, haidi zvinhu zvisina basa. Basically that's what was being said. Anditka, these views are not my views, of course, because I've never seen it. I've never dreamt even of bucket remvura and what not. And it saka ina dzisi nyaya dzangu inyaya dzandinenge ndichinzwa plus kuresearcha at the same time. Vanhu vanouya kuinbox ndinokumbirawo, guys, I do not want your dreams. I don't want vanhu vanouya chiti ndakazorota chakati and it's just a series of dreams. I want nyaya dzevanhu vakafamba this path yemawater spirits. Anditi vakanofamba vakanobatsirwa vakaencounter vakaita sei, your dreams alone will not help me, because tikuda vanhu vane jeni yavo, whether isati yapera or yakapera, but at least panoradzwa kuti pane vakazombopindira vakambofambira nyaya dzacho yakaita sei. Kana usatombofambira nyaya dzacho angori madreams, I really can't post that, because what are we doing, you know? Azvimake sense. Zvoita kunge say I'm being rude, but guys, mungadere nyaya dzo ndingotaura kuti saka akabharota azvibude, muri kuona zvandotaura. So let's just be mindful when we come to DM tichiti tine nyaya dzenjozo and be honest about what's going on. Ndokudzo chokwadi kuti no iya ipostike or iyi inopostike. That's it, guys. Next story time definitely coming tomorrow. I'm still thinking kuti mangwana tineta nzvimbo ipi inoyera. I think todombeta nzvimbo inoyera. Otherwise, take care, enjoy your terrific Tuesday, and do not forget to keep supporting my YouTube. Thank you so much. Bye bye.